Well, so the holidays just wrapped, and I want you to question everything about gift giving. I was just talking to a friend earlier today who's kind of going through it. 3 kids, 2 girls, little boy. Holidays just wrapped, spent thousands on presents. A lot of the presents were destroyed right out of the box. Oh my God, a thing crushed, broke, tears, crying. And this friend was telling me, my wife and I were in a lot of debt. A lot of debt. Student loans, credit cards, kids, mortgage. Things aren't going the way they want. They're not very happy in their marriage, and they would like out. They can't afford it. Think about that. That they've maybe fallen out of love with one another. They don't want to be married anymore. But they can't afford to split up because they live together. And both of them make okay money, but not enough for the 2 of them to move out and get their own home separately, 2 homes, all these things. Just can't afford it. Sorry, Robin's crying because she wants to come out too. Okay. You couldn't have opened this? Come on. So anyway, I said, do you have any sort of nest egg? Do you have any sort of savings? No. There's no money for savings. And I said, well, where'd all these presents come from? And they said, well, it's the holidays. We had to buy the kids all these gifts. And I said, sure, but did you have to buy them, I guess, a couple $1,000s worth of presents? They said, well, we want the kids to have a holiday. We want the kids to have a Christmas. And I said, sure, but the kids are young. They're like all under 6. You're creating this environment for them where they're coming to expect all these presents. I mean, I was scrolling TikTok the other day. I saw a video where they gave this little kid, wow, that's a hell of a pimple. Yikes. They gave this kid a little present, and he opened it, and he was like 3 or 4 years old. He opened it, and it was a giant bottle of ranch dressing, and the kid just started shrieking with joy. You have the kids, and you have the environment that you create. If you create and foster this environment of, hey, listen, it's the holidays, you're getting a couple of little gifts, and some of them are going to be fun, like ranch dressing. That little kid was so excited to get ranch dressing. But if you foster this environment of, you're going to get 15 presents, each one of you, every single year, and then one year you don't do it, this is what I'm thinking about when I'm talking about money, where all these things, these are processed. This is a process. This is something that begins early, just like investing in the stock market begins early. You have to start investing earlier and get that good foundation in your portfolio. You have to also have that same foundation. Hello, Robin. You have to have that same foundation in how you raise your kids, right? To set the stage early. Hey, you're only getting a couple of presents. You're only getting a few gifts this year. You're only going to get a few gifts every year because that's how we do things here. And then those parents who are so miserable and unhappily married might have more money invested and more money set aside in savings. Hi, Robin. More money set aside in savings so that in the event that something terrible happened and they fell out of love and they wanted to get a divorce, they weren't stuck together because they couldn't afford to. All of this stuff, all this money stuff is related. All of it's related. How much you buy for your kids, how many kids you have. Did they need to have 3? Probably not. They could have had 1. They could have had 2. They could also have set the culture of gift giving in their household at a very early age of, yeah, everyone gets 1 or 2 gifts. That's how we do things here. But they didn't. They set the culture early. Every kid's going to get a lot of presents. Now their oldest kid is like 6 or 7. Now she wants to go in the house. Okay, Robin, okay. Oh my God. You're a little baby. Yeah, here we go. In you go. Every time I let the dog in or out, I lose my train of thought. Anyway, the point is, set the culture of gift giving at an early age. And as an investor, start investing that money instead. Look, $3,000 or $4,000 on presents just for one holiday. They're probably spending $4 or $5 grand on gifts every year. I'm talking about every birthday, every holiday, all the little gift giving. That shit adds up. You could save so much by just changing the culture of gift giving in your family. And plus, then it makes these kids entitled. They go through life expecting 6, 7, 8, 9 presents every time there's a gift or a holiday or an event or something like that. And when they only get 2 or 3, they're like, what's this? Why so few? So you can create a different culture of gift giving in your household and not have spoiled little brats running around expecting 10 presents every holiday.